Hello, everyone. This is Irfan Khan, the CEO of Supernova Academy. Today, I'm going to take a different approach. I'm going to be very non-structured, no agenda, no script. But I want to talk about some things which are kind of important to us. First of all, does anybody know what a miracle is? Right? And people know what a miracle is, maybe. Some people believe in a miracle, some people don't. But I believe in miracles. And what is the miracle? Miracle is nothing but it's a chance that you will get across something. It's not by design, but by chance, right? That's the miracle. And the best example I can think about is our own human body, right? Many of us don't take it, seriously or take it for granted that a human body is the most complex structure in the universe, right? And I'm saying that because I'm learning new things about the human body. It tells me that anything that we do is a miracle, right? Like when we breathe, when we eat, it gets digested. So everything is a miracle. So the reason I'm saying that is because when I started this journey, I didn't know where I'm going to be ending up or we are going to be ending up. But last 2 years have been very tough. But in the beginning, right, more people were saying why I should not be doing this, right? But now I have a full, confidence that this is what we want to do and this is my passion, right? And some of you may know I have a passion for teaching and also being in the, basically in education in this industry. So first of all, so this is Supernova Academy, as you already know. And essentially, we have a lot of things coming up next few weeks. The most important element is the webinar coming up next Friday with Project IMG and Thrive Academy. These are two major, companies that are globally present, right? And we feel it's a miracle again that we met them and we are able to work with them, right? And of course, we have a great team isolated, not, I shouldn't say isolated, distributed across multiple countries, India, Middle East, and of course, in some parts of the other world. So what is the purpose of today's discussion, right? And it's simply some of the things that are kind of in my mind, and I just want to share those with you. Nothing, like I said, no agenda, just a thought, I want to discuss with everybody else, being, everybody being part of my family, right? So first of all, let's talk about education, right? So the question is, why do we need education? Has anybody thought of that? Or what if we don't have education? And simple answer is your mind does not get developed, right? That's the simple answer, right? And luckily we have structured education, which kind of builds us towards something, right? Some a profession. And I've seen many people diversify themselves, right? So let's talk about diversification. So my understanding or my take on education is that anybody can do anything. Okay, let me just kind of spin that a little bit differently, right? So let's say if I'm becoming an engineer, right? Could I become a doctor in my later life? Absolutely, right? And vice versa. If I'm a doctor, can I become an engineer? So what happens is that education actually constrains our thinking, right? And makes us scared to try other things. What if we don't have basically a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, but let's say just Bachelor of Science, which could potentially include not only engineering, science, but also medicine, right? Just think about that. So on that note, some people call me a visionary and some people call me crazy. So it's up to you what you want to call me, right? But the thing is, we have always been, structured and always following some principles and following some guidelines of education. But the reality is that our human brain is so powerful that we can do almost anything, right? Why am I saying all of this? Is because, as you probably know, there are 5 billion people in the world that do not get a safe surgery, right? That's a big number, astounding number, right? And as a true number, you can do Google and you can do, look at the statistics. But it's sad that 5 billion people, which is 2/3 of the world's population, do not get a safe surgery, right? So what is our role in this? Our role or our duty is to bring about medicine as a common ground, right? As many medical folks as possible so that they can cater to these folks in the third world countries, right? So with that, let me kind of bring up some really good contrast, right? Everybody knows Elon Musk, right? So Elon Musk is planning to send 30 astronauts in 2024 so that they can go and visit Mars. Is that possible? Probably is, because he's been testing rockets like crazy. And let's imagine that it is possible. The role for them is to reach Mars and be able to plan the next people coming in, right? So essentially, they're going to go back. And by the way, Mars comes close to Earth every 2 years, right? So you can send people only every 2 years. So 2026, he's got another plan to send 85 folks, a combination of common folks, professors, educators, and they're going to go and stay in Mars, right? So that's one extreme where they start building, structures using 3D printing, right? Using the soil that's in Mars. It's amazing stuff, right? Now, contrast that with a third world country like India. Again, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying I've recently published an article that said that out of 100,000 live births in some parts of India, 300 babies die at childbirth, right? That's amazing. And don't even have a simple clinic nearby, right? So those two extremes. So our duty is to bring about a kind of equity, a medical equity, so that people get the basics of medical care, right? And as we know, we are very structured in the third world, in the developed countries, but much work has to be done in the third world countries. So I'm not here to preach anything. I'm not a saint. I'm just here to kind of observe and basically let my thoughts to everybody, right? And being said that, sometimes being ignorant could be helpful, right? There is a proverb called, which says, ignorance can be a bliss, right? So I could be ignorant about certain things, but I'm just looking at a simplistic manner and believing in data science, right? So let's say, for example, we all come together and we say that what is the most prevalent surgery in the world, right? What is the most common surgery? And let's say we train surgeons for that purpose, right? So will that solve every problem? Definitely not. But at least it gives it a chance to address major cause of surgery, right? And by the way, when you go for surgery, right, the surgeon never says that he's 100% sure that the surgery will be successful. He or she will say that we'll try our best, right? And then the outcome is up to the outcome at that point. So in general, by doing what we're doing, which is bringing about immersive learning and Supernova and other companies, the quest is to bring something which is helping us reduce patient deaths and improve the outcomes, right? That's all it is, right? Because we're not a silver bullet by any chance. We are just a complement to everything else that's out there, right? So, for example, I was watching another company that was demonstrating their VR where they're showing live surgery, which is great. So, point is that there's not a single company or single entity that provides every single element, but we're just trying to help each other by doing this, right? So, what is our mission or vision, right? The vision is very simple: to bring about transformation towards immersive and interactive learning for every learner in the world. Very simple, right? Now, is it possible? Probably not, but at least we'll start a revolution by doing what we're doing, right? So, and at the same time, I like to mention that people believe in momentum, right? So let me give you a simple example for momentum, right? This is I learned from one of the speakers. Momentum could be such that, let's say, if you have a train on the train tracks and it's standing, it's not moving, right? But if you put a one foot block of concrete, right, and you start moving the train does not move, right? On the other hand, the train is traveling at 40 miles per hour. If you put like 10 foot by 10 foot structure, it will be destroyed. So the reason I'm saying that is momentum solves problems, right? So I'm asking everybody to subscribe to our channel and help us get through this journey and be successful. All right. Thank you very much.